As we begin, seated, something kind of maybe a couple of cushions or a yoga block and then blanket, something underneath. And you can have your legs, however comfortable it feels for you, maybe opening like cross-legged like that, or maybe kneeling down like that. If you have something, especially like a yoga block or something like that, it will be easier to sit like this one. But if for any reason your knees don't feel comfortable to sit like that, you choose the cross-legged version. So it doesn't matter, whichever one kind of feels comfortable. And just take a moment to gather our attention, increasing awareness in the body by bringing shoulders to the ears, this shrugging the shoulders kind of an action. So here, bringing the shoulders to the ears and then dropping. And you can coordinate this with the breath if you like. Exhaling, almost like holding the breath for a moment and then drop. Do that 2 more times. You can do this with inhalation as well, maybe holding the breath, whichever one works for you, and release. One last time. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then just sigh it out. Maybe you had a lot going on already in your day. Just feel almost like any tension around the shoulder area dropping down as the shoulders are releasing down. So we're going to do a little bit more like self-massage to increase this sense of relaxation around the shoulders. So bring your opposite hand to the opposite shoulder and catch the area that's like in between this end of the shoulder and then the neck, almost like midpoint here. Your thumb is going to be at the front and then other fingers are at the back. Massage it like this. You can probably see, and have the other hand to support from your elbow and really squeeze. This area can be very tight. There's a big, like, important acupressure point here. And just massage this, and then it may be feeling like, oh my goodness, or maybe, oh, like I don't have any tightness here, it's good. So just do that a little bit. And now we're going to continue with this sense of relaxation all the way down to the fingers. Release that massage now, but change it into something else. So you are squeezing and releasing all the way down. It can be just like straight down, or maybe a little bit more like circular type of squeeze and release. Come all the way down to the fingers and squeeze your fingers. And we're going to do the same thing one more time. Again, starting from the shoulder, if you like, and then all the way down. Good, nice squeeze. Not just like simple light touch. Good squeeze. We're kind of releasing any blockages, any tightness, stiffness in the arms, all the way down to the fingertips, and you're squeezing the fingertips and the nails even. And then now shake that hand and arm, maybe like even activate the shoulder joint a little bit. And then release. And then just pause for a moment. And then check right and left. The side that we have worked, you can probably notice the differences. It's a sense of like, oh my God, like so active. Things are moving, tingling, maybe subtle sensations. And this side is almost like numb. And now moving on to the other side. So the same thing again, finding first this point to relax a little bit, any tension. This point is also, by the way, from a Chinese medicine perspective, good for like decision making. If you have a decision to make and you're like, oh, this one or this one, which one is better? Which one should I do? Which one should I not do? In those moments when you feel really like stuck, not able to choose, it can help with that one. And then after you do the release, now moving on all the way to the arm, to the elbow, lower arm, all the way to the fingers. So it's important to have this squeeze in your fingertips too, because there are some acupuncture points there too. So we are kind of releasing the energy, so letting it go almost like all the way down from the fingertips. One more time, down all the way. And then shake this one a little bit. If you want, add this one too, so everything is kind of shaking. And release. And notice now how the arms are feeling. Or your awareness of the arms, how it changed. And now from here, you can still stay in the same position or maybe change the leg position. Just simple cat-cow moves, reaching forward and then rounding the spine. Inhaling. Feel you're kind of stretching the front of the vertebra and then the back. Make sure that anything that you are doing while we are moving is okay with your body. If anything I'm guiding doesn't feel right for you, please don't do that. Just modify, adjust. Stay very kind of close contact with your body as we are moving. Undulating the spine, inhaling, lengthening the front, maybe gazing up a little bit. Exhaling, big grounding at the back. Let's do one more time. Inhale and exhale. And then this time come into a neutral position, but bring the hands in your back. I'm just turning sideways so you can see. So if the hands at the back interlace, you can do that. If for any reason they don't do that or it doesn't feel comfortable for you, just bring your hands in your low back and you can just hold them here, trying to draw the elbows close towards each other, or hands interlaced and then you are gently kind of drawing them downwards as you are stretching the front of the body. Shoulder blades at the back coming close towards each other. And release. Now, in whichever positions your hands were, bring them just in your low back. Massage this area. Around the kidneys, towards the sacrum, that area. You can also do like a light tapping with like loose fist hands. In Chinese medicine, we call this like door of life area. And it's good to activate this any time of the day, actually. When we feel especially low in energy, it can help us to increase that a little bit. And massage slowly. I'm just turning back again. And release. Now, as from the top, we're moving downwards in the joints, as you can tell. Make a circle with the whole body. Your hands can be anywhere on your legs, on your thighs. Make a circle. Feel we're now in the like lower part of the spine. Reverse the circle. Move in the opposite direction. And come back to center again in neutral position. Just take a moment. Now we're gonna stretch the legs on the ground. So I'm moving my blanket to the side and yoga block also to the side. I may use it later. And for this one, have your legs at the front. And we're gonna be doing some massage, this time around the ankles. This is also good for a lot of it, more like reproductive organs and kidneys. Maybe if I turn it this way. So you're gonna be massaging this area around the ankles. And you can do this like a circle, or maybe fingers moving like that. Or you can also move it something like that, like good massage. This kind of foot massage is great actually before going to the bed, especially if you have hard time falling asleep. Massaging it, especially this area. And now stretch the legs fully after you do this massage, kind of loose massage. And now stretch the legs really seriously, like really heels are reaching, the sit bones underneath are pressing down, and you're almost like lengthening a little bit, this sense of just like momentary full awakeness for the whole body as you are lifting up with the chest, belly in. And release. Now, to bring this activation to the lower legs and lower body joints, bring your feet about hip width, the mat width apart rather, and then drop them side to side. windshield wiper legs. And just a few of those first side to side, and we're gonna stay on one side. So I'm choosing this side. So when you come to this side, this knee from the opposite side is almost like able to touch, I guess. And this hand, you're not kind of leaning close to the ground, but bring it relatively close. So you are almost like uplifted a little bit here, and turn yourself in such a way that this leg here is like fully facing sideways. And we're just gonna be focusing now on this leg. So just move, or it's more like the hip joint on this side. Move a little bit side to side. And if you have any like low back pain kind of or stiffness, tightness, this is a great thing to do. You do a few rounds of this, and then move to the arm, and it becomes like full arm turning all the way, almost like reaching towards this side. And if you want to add a little bit of like exercise for your eyes, really follow your thumb as the eyes are turning maybe all the way, and then now turning all the way around. A little bit of like exercise for the eye muscles. And last time in this way. Now turn to the side, but bring the hand onto the buttock. And on this side, you can make a fist with your hand. There are a couple of acupuncture points in this part of the body. And if it is too painful, be gentle. But otherwise, if things are feeling okay, make like a circular massage with the knuckles. And just almost like the midpoint. And if it feels kind of, oh, this feels nice, maybe move a little bit towards the sacrum area, towards the midpoint. And then now to release that, turn yourself to sideways and find the other hand, bring this hand next to that and bring them even closer so you have this inner lift with the spine. And you are turning, you'll feel your belly also rotating. And as you are facing this way, this is a really like a gentle spine rotation with lengthening. So finding this position, and then here, while the spine is kind of just gently turning, you can do something with your neck if you want to. It could be just turning your head side to side, not a big move, but while the spine is rotating, just the neck is also, neck vertebra is very sensitive, so please be careful with anything that I'm guiding. If it doesn't feel right, don't do that. And then slowly release, just come back again to the center. And then we're gonna turn to the other side. So same thing again when you are ready. Maybe just do 1 or 2 rounds before we come into a stillness in this position. Windshield wiper the legs. And then staying now, turning towards this side. And as you do that, I'm just changing my position so you can still see me, but you still stay facing the opposite side. And bring your hand to your waist or like hip area. And just focus on the hip joint. Move that a little bit back and forth. And then from the hip, adding the shoulder, turning all the way, and then opening the hand. You're gazing to your thumb, all the way to the front and all the way to the side. Your eyes are following and you're feeling your eyesight is almost like the oblique muscles of your eyes. In addition to the body, eye oblique muscles are also stretching. One last time like that. And then release. As you come to this almost still like facing sideways, making a loose fist with the hand. You can do it just like with your thumb also, but it becomes too much for the finger. So using the knuckles in this massage to almost midpoint of your buttocks could be a nice way to release any tension, tightness. And depending on, especially if you have some kind of low back issues, sometimes the issue could be on the side or IT band. This doesn't exactly help with that one, but it's more like stiffness for the low back. And you can even come all the way to the center as you are massaging the sacrum area. And then release. Now turn to the side as we did like the other side. Your both hands are close towards each other, and you are like the spine is like a curling stairs. So it's quite upright, but at the same time there is this gentle rotation. You're gonna feel your obliques as you are staying here. You can just stay here simply, or maybe add a little bit of like neck rotation as well. Just side to side, right to left. And slowly release, let go of everything, and then turn yourself to the center. And one more time, coming into this staff pose, Dandasana. And for this one, straighten your legs, and heels are really actively reaching your the upper legs are very active, as well as your lower belly. So you are like lifting up. The spine is up, your hands are on the ground if you like, and you're trying to reach with your chest towards your toes. It's never gonna happen. But the idea is, even though I'm not doing anything, everything is just so active in this moment, all the muscles. Spine is very active, again, like reaching up and then slightly leaning forward. Release, let go. Now bring your feet closer for Baddha Konasana. Maybe rock side to side a little bit. And if you want to have a little bit more kind of active version, have your hands at the back and bring the hips closer. I mean, as much as they come, they don't have to be very close or anything. But just making sure that all the joints of the lower body are also almost like oiled a little bit after all these movements, lubricated. And then release. We will slowly start to bring ourselves up and shift your weight to your feet from your hands and start to move here. Coming into Malasana, this squat one, and do an easy one without really holding the pose. When we hold, sometimes it can be kind of harder. Just move a little bit. And if you have blocks, you can bring the blocks maybe to the front. If you don't have, it's okay. Your hands can still be on the ground. But slowly start to lift yourself up while you are still kind of playing. And bring your feet parallel to each other, about hip width apart. And now start to lift one heel and then the other. Lifting and releasing. And then gradually coming to a little bit more like hips gliding back, but your hands onto your thighs. And then do the same thing here. One heel and then the other one lifting and turning towards the front. This one and then this one. And then we're going to slowly lift up while we are holding in this position. Engage your abdomen. So it's very strong as you slowly lift your hands out to the side. And then reach up high. And then circle the hands coming to the front. And then lifting it up. One last time, we're going to reach up with the hands like that. Big, nice circle. And then have your hands reaching up. It could be in a big V. Maybe they are more parallel towards each other. It's all good. Breathe in and out. If you want to challenge yourself, maybe if that's the day for you, you feel a lot of energy, come onto the tippy toes, lift your heels, challenge, balance challenge, you know. Otherwise, just stay here, just arms reaching up. This is already in itself increasing your heartbeat. And then when you are ready, turn the palms out to the sides and then slowly Make a circle with your arms, bringing one hand into the belly, one hand into the chest, and close your eyes. Feel now your whole body, your feet on the ground firmly, like pressing down, toes are wide. Imagine you have roots going down to the earth. And imagine you're almost like feeding yourself with this energy from the earth, from the Mother Earth, taking in. And then the breath is continuing. Maybe it's kind of self-regulating itself, breath and heartbeat. Breathing in, breathing out, noticing and noticing what you are noticing.